everyone, we're going to find the radius of convergence and the interval of convergence of the series. So for the radius of convergence, we're going to use the ratio test given here. So we're going to take the limit as n approaches infinity of absolute value of a sub n plus 1 divided by a sub n. Now this equals the limit as n approaches infinity of absolute value of -1, and all I'm doing is I'm taking this and everywhere there's n I'm putting n plus 1. Then we have another n plus 1 times x to the power of n plus 1, and then you just divide by our original series, -1 to the nth power times n times x to the nth power. All right, now let's see what we can simplify this to. This equals the limit as n approaches infinity. Now this piece right here has the same base. That simplifies just to -1 using your quotient property of exponents. And then we still have n plus 1 divided by n. And this simplifies to x. Again, using your properties of exponents. All right. Now, the negative absolute value of -1 is just 1. So basically, we have the limit as n approaches infinity of, now I'm going to divide each piece by n, so you get each term by n. 1 divided by, this is going to end up being 1, sorry about that, plus 1 divided by n divided by 1. And then this is just going to be absolute value of x. Now when you take the limit of this, that's just going to go to 1. So you can have 1 times absolute value of x, which is absolute value of x. Now, according to the ratio test, we're trying to find the radius of convergence. So our limit has to be less than 1. So that means our by the ratio test, our series converges when absolute value of x is less than 1. So the radius of convergence is going to be r equals 1. All right? And then we're going to check the endpoints for our interval of convergence. So basically, we'll check the endpoints. So that means our x equals plus or minus 1. All right? Because we had the absolute value of x was our less than 1. So let's look both series. We're going to have the sum from n equals 1 to infinity of -1 to the nth power times n, and then that's going to be plus or minus 1 to the nth. Now this is going to equal the sum of n equals 1 to infinity, and then we're just going to take negative plus 1 to the nth times n. They're the same. They diverge by the test for divergence, since the limit of n approaching infinity of absolute value of minus plus 1 to the nth times n equals infinity. So the interval of convergence is going to be -1 to 1. So it can't equal -1 and 1 because that is divergent, but it can be in between these two numbers. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.